Sammy, what's the status of your coach said you're dealing with a hand wrist injury? What's the status?
I'm doing good. I have a little cast on. I get that off tomorrow. And then I will be in a exocast for 2 weeks. And then after that, I'll be able to get back to playing and everything like that. I fell and I caught myself, so but I'll be all right.
Timeline is what? Do you have a sense of kind of when you're
Yeah, like 3 weeks.
Okay, so it's not too far.
Yeah.
Lisa, how have you seen your defense improve since being here at Oregon?
Me individually?
Yeah.
I would say that I was always trying to be in the passing lanes a lot, and now coming here with Coach Jarris, wanting us to be aggressive, that definitely helped. We're always up in the gap, so I think just being ready at all times. I'm trying to work on having my hands up all the time. I think that's my biggest one right now. But yeah, just be disciplined.
So you were also dealing with a hand injury. How did the recovery for that go? And do you feel like 100% now?
I do, yeah. I feel like 100%. Let's just say I'm not always the most patient person. So my trainers and coaches did a good job with having me do exactly what I'm supposed to do. So I think recovery was perfect in a sense.
Lisa, just curious, where do you feel like was the biggest growth from year one last season with this team and heading into this year as you guys get ready? Where do you feel like you've grown the most?
I think we have a lot of new people, and on the court we're actually in sync. We enjoy each other's time. We spend a lot of time together off the court, and it's a lot of fun to play together. So I'm super excited.
You guys are 5 out potentially, right? Having to run the floor, playing an aggressive style defense. Does that excite you as a guard to have more opportunities to maybe play the style that you would like to play?
Yeah, I love transition. We have a lot of great shooters. So I love just kicking the ball out and having them take the first quick shot when it's a good shot. And I'm really excited for that.
It looks like you had some international obligations this summer. Not an Olympic year though, and you weren't a newcomer. So just did this offseason feel a lot different than last year for you, and how might that have prepared you for this season?
It felt a little bit different with my hand, just because I was kind of trying to figure that out. But playing 3-on-3 over the summer is always helping me with the individual skill. And then coming back, my coaches and teammates did a good job having me go back to 5-on-5. The transition sometimes is a little difficult, but I feel like this offseason was really good.
You had some pretty crazy passes a season ago that I think wowed a lot of the fans in Matthew Knight Arena. Have you been working on any other crazy passing plays, just trying to figure out different ways to get the ball to your teammates?
See, I'm working on being more solid now, but I think I gotta find a middle way of wanting to do the fancy stuff, but then on the other hand, also jump stopping sometimes and making just the easy right pass instead of a fancy behind the back. Even though I like those.
The flashy passes will be there for anybody watching. They will be there.
Sammy, Kelly was in here talking about how I guess pleasantly surprised he's been by just the depth in this team. How do you see what does it look like when a team is 12 players deep on the board?
I think it looks like the ability to go deep into a tournament. I think it gives us, whether it's later in the year or preseason where we got a bunch of games stacked up, we have the ability to go 12, 13 girls deep. And in the fourth quarter, we talk about the fourth quarter, that's our quarter, because we can play 12 girls through the first 3 quarters, and it gives our best players, whoever's hot that day, to be fresh and to be ready to go by the end of the game or 2-3 games in.
Elisa, defensive player out on the perimeter, not having Philly, back there on the back line, how does that change things? Obviously, you've got, accomplished posts, but they're not 6'8". So does that change much for you defensively?
I think we try to pressure the ball a little bit more so that we force backdoor cuts and then have the help side be there. So kind of different type of thing, because we still want to help each other and overhelp. And I think we didn't have one big player, but we have a lot of long guards. So in that way, we can pressure them on the outside a little bit more and maybe not get the ball inside as much, where Philly obviously was excellent last year.
But you hear sometimes that if you have a rim protector like that,
Yeah.
It makes it seem like you can take more risks on the perimeter. It sounds like you still want to be able to take some risks defensively.
Yeah, I think so. I think now we have 5 people just flying around, trying to help each other, trying to rotate out of traps, out of those things. And Jarvis wants us to be aggressive, so I'd say we're still flying.
What's impressed you most, Elisa, with just the front court players? Because we're talking about a different style, but obviously Coach was up here saying it's been impressive, just kind of the steps that the front court's taken so far.
Yeah, I think we have a good pace, and it's super difficult if we press you and then we go out in transition as well. It's just a lot of running, and they can't really get into their rhythm. So I think with our front court, with Sophia, Ari, Katie, those players that are super long, we can slow the other team down a lot, and then on the other hand, be super fast. So I think it's going to be really hard for some teams to find their rhythm against that.
For both of you guys, where's Katie grown the most from last year, freshman year, to heading into this season?
You want to take on the court? I can take off.
Yeah, I would say on the court, for me and Katie, the biggest thing is that we're point guards and leaders, and she stepped up a lot. She makes calls. She huddles us up for free throws. She's a insane creator, can dribble, and I think she's getting more comfortable with being so fast and moving so fast and making the right decisions.
Yeah, I would say on the court as well as off the court, she's really kind of found her ground, and she's always been a great player. She's always been able to score and pass and do all those things. But now she just does it with so much more poise. So I don't even think it's necessarily she's became something more than she already was. She's always been a great player. She does it as a leader now, and she does it in a sense of like we can move fast and push the team and push the ball up the court, but we're not frantic, we're not rushing, we're not worried about anything. So definitely just the control and the poise she's grown.
Sammy, when did the injury happen?
Like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it'll be a quick. They got me in to get treatment for it pretty quickly, and then I get the cast off tomorrow, and then like a 2 to 3 week recovery process from there, and I'll be back.